Hi everyone, this is Vlad from Tech-V. In this video I want to show you what Tech-V is about. Before I go to details, let me just execute a few shots automatically. To do so, I'm bringing the tool which called Tech-V Jobber. And what it does, it runs everything what is inside, it just reunites based on this template and save output with alpha channel and save nuke scripts with the results where the markers will be removed and green screen will be keyed out. You can use any kind of outputs here. You just can specify the file type and codecs, whatever relative to the output. And here you need just to specify the folder where you want to output it. And if you want to keep a color space from the input nodes, you can just leave as is. If you want to force it to something what's been set up in the right node, it will just force to that. You can run it in nuke, or you can just run it in command line. That's what I'm going to do because I want to use this nuke session to show you the rest of the tools. So to execute it, I just need to select the template and press Start button. It's already created for me the bat file. In case of Windows and other operation systems, I mean Linux, Mac OS, it will be a such file to execute it, and it will put appropriate paths to your software. Okay, so whilst it's running, it's up and running, so we will see that when this thing is gone, that means that job is done. Let's have a look at all the tools individually. So what I did here is, and as I said, this coming with package, I specify the order of executions for markers, 0 for another hacky way of using care, it's a 1, and last one predict will be just order number 2, so 0, 1, 2. Where you can put whatever numbers you want as long as you keep the order. And this template is basically driven by this node, which looks for any existing Tech-V tools and collecting the order and placing them in order, how to run them, and etc. Okay, tools. vAlpha Predict. By the way, we have quite a lot of information on our YouTube channel, specific detailed video about vAlpha Predict as well. For example, this is our default algorithm which pulls decay, but I want to keep more details here. Our care just has 4 sliders. Type is either for green or blue screen, so you can press ignore and it won't be changing automatically if you're running everything on a blue screen or green screen. So why would you worry about that? So as you can see, we can adjust all the values and settings here inside Nuke. And machine learning helping us to bring these values in a correct way. So sometimes our algorithm doesn't know your material, or you want to, for example, make a softer key here. You can use training. And training works in a way that we have a one-shot training. You can put many shots in the set. I usually recommend to run on like this automatically, more or less on the same kind of looking shots, but you can train it for like comprehensive models as well. So what we need to do is we need to set up the values enough, like to see all the details what we want to keep as much as we can if we want to run it in one go as it's like now. Okay, and multiply should be always above 1. But as you can see, we're comparing our default result and the new one, which we will be just called model 01, and create train set and start training. Training takes around like a minute probably most of the time. You can check status of the training by just pressing check status button or updating the list in vAlpha Predict, and as long as model is there, you will be able to use it. So let me just click once again. No, it's not ready yet. Okay, whilst it's just preparing, let me show you something about our markers. So marker detection tool is simply detecting markers, and you will see results on how it runs. I will run it on this 4.6K sequence to not only identify markers, but to actually do the tracking automatically. We just recently connected technologies and put things together to make it work. We need some improvements, and we know it, but it's quite impressive what we can get automatically. Okay, I'm coming back to the our trainer. So whilst our markers are getting detected, let's compare our two results. Model 01, what we get here, versus our default algorithm. So as you can see, it tries to kind of be close to the training shot and brings you details. And you can apply this knowledge on similar looking shots. On some it might not just give you what you want because the values are too dissimilar. But on some similar looking shots, it can give you a little bit more detail. So you just need to work with the settings to adjust them and apply them to more shots. So those kind of like values here are fairly similar. And if you're working on the same sequence, you can procedurally apply this changes to the rest of the shots. Let's have a look at our tracker. So I think it should be done by now. What is our tracker is doing? It's actually generated tracks. Let me just over it like this so we can review things here. Tracker, track number 1. Let's look at the track number 1 here. Well, as you can see, some of them, yeah, it's kind of like jumping around. At the same time, it's trying to follow. Let me just do input frame range. So it's trying to follow the identified markers and basically provide you the track, which you can use to put background in and do something else. So whilst I was showing you this stuff, our automatic work from this part being done, let's have a look at what we have here. It's quite exciting. So that's done just under 5 minutes. Let's just have a look at the details when it's been created. 701, 656, 6 minutes. So as you can see, markers been removed, key been pulled. Some like there's sometimes, but it's a matter of time to make it work properly. Yeah, that's the shot we've been training on. As you can see, it's kind of like a little bit crunchy, but if we apply this model, we will get the new model we just created. We will get the better results. Same with this shot. Markers been removed and key being pulled. Let me show you another thing we're wrapping really soon. It's a Z depth. By the way, you can go to our YouTube channel and see some of the showcases and examples of results of our tools. This is the shot I just took from my window, and that's what we kind of get in under less than a few seconds. What we can do with it, I mean, it's up to you what you can do with a Z depth. You can just animate defocuses or just do some color correction and depth hazing. I mean, this shot obviously not, it's too sunny for that, but still we can do this. And it's actually been generated in 4K. I'm just scaling it down so you can process it in whilst I'm recording and do lots of other things. So as you can see, you can just rack focus, you can apply focus to something, or you can color correct through Z depth. As I said on our YouTube channel, there is even more examples. Well, thank you very much for watching.